All right, so we're back to finishing, well, not finishing, fixing my mistake that I made last week. I've got my new door here at $780. $780 mistake. So I haven't started tearing it apart yet. It looks like everything we need to fix the door is going to be 14 millimeter wrench, a small Phillips screwdriver, and a big fatty end Phillips screwdriver. I got my, well, what's left of my door handle here. And I elected to go the cheap route and not buy a new gasket. They kind of laughed at me at the dealership, but I'm going to take this gasket off and get all the glass out of it and glue it on the new door here and then bolt this together. So I'll get back to you when I have everything apart and we start cleaning the gasket, and then we'll open this. I drove an hour and a half to get it. It was in the back of my truck. Hopefully it's still in one piece. As I shake it, I don't hear any glass breaking, but we'll see how it all turns out. I think this is going to take a little longer than I had previously imagined. Yeah. We're going to figure out how to fast forward some of this. Just to so you guys aren't sitting here on your phones for an hour watching me dig all this out. Yeah, I probably should have spent the money on buying a bigger one or buying a new one. I got the door unboxed. I got all the glass out of the gasket. My recommendation to you, buy a new gasket. That was a giant pain in the butt to get it all cleaned out. I didn't want to leave anything in it because I was afraid that, if slamming the door, there'd be a little rock or piece of glass in it and make the new one shatter. I'm probably maybe overly cautious there, but I tell you the worst part of it, though, even with the gasket, was getting this dang door thing apart. I had to take it a little bit farther apart, and then once I got it apart, I figured out that it was pretty simple, and I was just looking at it backwards. When I go to reinstall it, though, I will bring the camera nice and close so that you guys can see it, and got all my other gaskets and the glue and stuff cleaned off. So it looks like I got to get the gasket on first. I was hoping to be able to put the glass on first, but the gasket is pinched in the hinges, so I'm going to get the gasket on this thing and get it glued on. And then we'll turn the camera on so you guys can watch the install, and hopefully I won't drop this thing and make another $780 oops. All right, here we go. All right, so got the gasket back on. My buddy Wayne showed up just at the perfect time to help me do this. So I don't have to risk breaking another $780 piece of glass by not having any help. So we're going to try to put this thing on. We'll let you guys watch and see how this goes. All right, Wayne. We'll pick this up here. I figure I'm going to try to glue it on later. So if you grab that side. All right. So I got to get a gasket here. All right, hold it right there for a second. And yeah, this would have definitely been next to impossible by myself. Thankfully, Wayne showed up, giving me a helping hand here. Oh yeah. All right. And other gasket. And my door latch here. I think Wayne probably just showed up to either drink beer or, seeing how he's all dressed in camo, he's probably coming to say, hey, TJ, what are you doing? Thank God I was in the middle of a project, because that way I probably don't have to go help quarter an elk.
No such luck yet. Tomorrow morning, maybe.
All right, so another lesson learned the hard way. I was hoping that I'd just be able to pop the end off of these like you can in cars, but these, you probably can't see it, but they're pinned. And so I think they're actually pressed in and then pinned, and there's really no way to get them out. So if you are unfortunate enough to be doing this yourself, take it off the tractor side, not the door side, because the tractor side is going to have to come off just to get it back on anyhow. Then I'll turn the camera back around, and you can see me fight with it, and probably try not to curse. We'll see. So I'm going to attach the door side first this time and see if I can figure out how to make it compress it enough with just my strength, which, if you guys have done these little hydraulic cylinders before, you know that I'm probably living in fairy tale land, and there's probably no way in hell I'm going to be able to get it compressed and held long enough to get it going, or I'll break the damn door again. We'll see. All right. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's a stout SOB. I almost have it. I know there's a simpler way. Somebody's going to be like, DJ, you fool. That's an easy way to do that. But I didn't know beforehand. He didn't tell me. We hadn't met before. Having a wrench in my hand ain't going to work. So I'm just going to shove this puppy in. Or maybe not. Boy, I just don't need much. I got an idea. All right, so obviously that last trying with the hammer and my son's gonna be cattle prod didn't work. So trying good old ratchet strap here. And we'll see, hopefully I don't tear a fingernail off, or, oh man, I think we got a home run here. Oh man. Come on, baby, start in there. All right, let me give her a couple cranks in. And, okay. Man, I didn't even cross-thread it. The amount of times I've done that sort of stuff. But it's all right, because I've got a whole tap and die set and all that other stuff. All right. We'll see if this little stupid farmer trick here worked. Heck yeah, it did. All right. Okay. Now all I got left to do is tighten these down and then get the door handle on. We'll come back for that in just a minute, half hour, tomorrow. I don't know. You'll see it at least. All right. So the next part is this fancy little door piece here. And the other piece, we'll try to figure out, not that we need to figure out. I just need to, let's see, how did I do this before? This is going to be interesting here. So this piece, well, if there wasn't a big piece of glass in the way, it seemed like this would be easier. After fighting with it for 10 minutes, here's what I decided I think I need to do. I think I need to pull this door handle all the way in like that and almost kind of catches there like it's supposed to do that. And then we'll set this thing in here. I'm going to try to, there's a rubber gasket on the back of this thing, so obviously, so we're not breaking the glass. We're going to screw this thing on. And then I'm gonna try to pop this thing on top of the lever. I'm sure somebody from Kubota is looking at this going, "You idiot, all you had to do was X, Y, and Z." Well, I didn't know that ahead of time. So I'm doing the best I can with the knowledge I have in my pocket, and we're making it work. I don't know if I can get it to thread in there. You know what? Maybe it'll be easier to thread the bottom one in first. Well, for some reason, why don't you want to act right? Probably just frustrating as hell for you guys to be watching this. Guy doesn't know what he's doing. Can't even get, I got it started. Can't even get a thread started. I get it. I've watched some of those videos and it's damn near maddening. Like, man, just freaking get it done already. Well, we all know that all that photo editing and everything makes everything look so much easier than it truly is in real life. And then this is a 10 millimeter. All right. I don't want to crank on them too tight. I do have lock washers on them, though. I thought, for some reason, I think I was up in the middle of the night one night, and I was watching Neil deGrasse Tyson. Maybe I was wrong, but I think it was him. And he was talking about lock washers and NASA and how lock washers are really kind of a bad engineering idea. I don't remember what it was. I couldn't sleep one night. I was up just scrolling and scrolling. You know, you guys know how that goes. All right, so I'm gonna shove this up and in, and that did not work. All right, over much trial and error with the door and the door hinge. And yeah, I've searched all over YouTube, but can't find anything. So somehow this little bad boy here has to go inside this. I think you can kind of see that. So it'll slip through the side and then hook on. And I can do it right here on the bench. It's not a big deal. But with the glass in the way, it makes a big problem. And it looked like in one of the Kubota videos that they were doing that somehow this whole piece was moved over, but I don't know if you can see. It's just a solid piece of plastic. And if this thing moved a quarter inch that way, it'd be fine. It'd work, but it doesn't go anywhere. So this is a pressed pin. I'm literally going to clean that pin off here in the vise and pull it out from that side, and then go stick it on the door, and then figure out how big of a nightmare I created for myself to get that and that spring back in while it's on the glass door. So let me screw this thing down here, and maybe you can kind of see what the madness that I'm getting ready to start, because obviously I'm destroying a part, and that's never good. Here, let me turn you this way. It's never good to destroy just factory parts just because you can't figure out how. You're not smart enough, right? Well, I'm not smart enough. Uh, Smart enough to hopefully figure out how to angle the camera so you guys can see this. All right, so this little piece, I want it to go that way. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my good old rounding off pliers here, and I'm just going to kind of keep crimping the end here until I get it rounded off. Use the pliers for what they're intended for. You can see they're obviously rusty as hell, because they basically live in a Ranger. Oh hell, I think we might have something there. Almost. I don't want to destroy it completely. I'll take my other pair of rounding off pliers here, because once I get it out, I want to be able to push that pin back in and then reflare it. I'll probably end up using a nail set. All you guys don't use woodworking tools, mechanicking. Well, do what you can with what you have. Man, I'm starting to think that this is going to take an act of God. Good thing it's Sunday morning. Everybody's still sleeping at my house, and I was able to get to bed real early and woke up about 4 and thought, we'll see if I can be a little productive first thing in the morning. Let me see if I've got you know what I might have? I've got a little nail here. We'll see if... All right. Hopefully things won't go shooting all over the place. All right, this isn't too bad of a spring here. That's okay. Get you up and out of the way. All right. So we can put this SOB back in now. We'll bolt this together. I'll let you guys see me fight with getting this thing back together. All right, let's see if this will work. All right, so now we're back, and we are going to try to assemble this thing correctly. So just so you guys know, for the sake of being honest, no, I have not tried to put all this together once yet, so that I can do it seamlessly and not look like an idiot. I got my spring, got my pin. What else do I need? Okay, I think we're good. I think if I move over here, can you guys still see? Oh, well, let me see that. Yeah, you ought to still be able to see. All right, so I'm going to stick this little doohickey up in here and get my spring on there first. Oh yeah, I'm going to fight the hell out of this. I can see this already. So let's see. My spring has got to go on here. Oh no, this won't be bad. I say that as it goes shooting across the damn shop, like you guys are all waiting to see. And man, it is a good thing I didn't glue this stuff on yet. I figured I'd wait till I was all done to glue this stuff on, because otherwise it'd be in my way and that'd be one more fight that I'd have to have. Well, okay. Got a little punch here. And I know, don't even say it. DJ, that's a planishing hammer, and you shouldn't be using a planishing. Doesn't matter. It's a hammer. We're gonna call that good. It doesn't want to walk out. It's good enough. So, that works. All right. Now, figure out how this. Oh hell, there's a screw. I'll figure out how this thing goes back together. I think that's the hole for the. I don't know why everything's got to be a fight. They just engineer these things to be as tight and compact and small, and you know what, I wonder if I screw the little knob back on that thing. It'll give me an extra little bit of room here. Okay, there we go. And now I can get the door latch to pop. Okay, there we go. We're cooking with gas now. Well, damn it. All right. Let me fight with this a little bit. I'm just going to be right in the way of the camera to get this done. So I'll come right back when I get this stupid plastic thing put on here. All right. So I ain't gonna lie to you, that was a giant pain in the butt. I lost 2 of the screws, and I had to, thank goodness, I've got a whole bunch of machine screws here in the shop. So I ended up having to use some of my own machine screws because they just went somewhere I don't even know. I was on my hands and knees looking around for it, but so yay, we're getting close to the end, I pray. Thankfully, I had one of these left, the right one to go in the stupid little door handle here. All right. Finish screwing this bad boy all the way down. So, one thing I did find when I was on the floor, looking for the last two screws, was, and you guys saw it. Unfortunately, this isn't real time, so you didn't get a chance to say, "Hey, TJ, damn piece fell on that." So, this is the locking mechanism that goes in here, and yeah, the keys never come out of the ignition on this tractor because if I need it or somebody else needs it, it needs to be able to. So we don't lock this thing. We don't need that. It works. Well, I don't know if it works. Let's see if it works. Okay, now let's see if it works. Oh, shit. Why don't you want to work? Oh. All right, so yeah, that ain't gonna. Well, that might move. No, that ain't gonna move. All right, so what I did was I had to take this whole bastard apart again and move the whole thing up about a 1/4 inch because I don't know. Let's see if you guys can see this. It well, you can't see it. It isn't aligned here, and it wants to hit right here. So I need to move the whole bastard up a little bit. I ain't gonna make you watch all that, just because I'll be so frustrated with myself by the time I get it done. I'll be cursing, and well, I want to make sure that kids can watch this without me going too far off the rails. All right, we'll be back in a minute. All right, so it seems it's not out of alignment because there's no way you can align it because the plastic holes on this thing are where they need to be. So I took my big move things and alignment tool and wiggled this thing around to where it actually shuts properly. But I figured why I had it open again. That took me a while because I was trying to be cool throwing it across the shop, and that took me a while crawling around on my hands and knees. But as long as I've got it here, I might as well put it back together, right? So this is the locking bar, and there's just a little circle that it hooks in there. All right. So as you can see, we are successful. So if I don't grab, it doesn't want to come open, and there it comes open. So good job. Now we just got to go back to fighting with that. Oh, you can't see it. With that plastic cover and get that thing back on. And once I get that back on, then we're going to use Ultra Black Permatex. Not that this is necessarily the right stuff to use. This is just what I had laying around when I had to fix my excavator. And we're going to go around and glue all this glass on and then back out each one of those screws up there and down there and put some blue Loctite on them one at a time so that we know the door ain't going to fall apart. And yeah, we'll see how all this works, and we'll come back with the finished product. All right. New glass door. We put our Permatex on and our blue Loctite on our hinges and our screws. Everything's good to go. Yes, I did fix it so that the damn door locks. And it works. So, well, I ain't gonna drive the tractor around with the doors open anymore. I hope it was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, if the women don't find you handsome, they can at least find you handy. All right, we'll go back to work.